I practiced law when I was 23, and I thought I had the world by the horn. And the draft came out, 41, I believe it was, in all of DeKalb County, I drew number 7.
Good enough.
And I went to practicing law one week to peeling potatoes at Fort Mac the next week. So I thought I just had 1 year to serve, but the war came out, and 3.5 years later I got out.
Wow.
So I decided I had time to make up because I lost so much time, and I overworked my body. I ended up in the hospital. I had peptic ulcers, duodenum ulcers, and the doctor said the way I was going to live less than 5 years. I said, that's not going to work. So I gave up a lot of stuff and started playing golf. And that was my first time playing golf. But when I got into it full blast.
How about that? Well, obviously you did because you were very successful. Someone said the first handicap you had was an 8 at East Lake.
At East Lake, first handicap I ever had was 8.
Isn't that remarkable? That is
Wow.
Anyway,
Excuse me.
go ahead.
Everybody thinks, and I know if you play golf, you think, well, now how would I do on the tour? And if you take Tiger Woods, they don't, of course, have a handicap, but if he had a handicap, it would be a 10 that's computed out. And if you say you're a 15 handicap, you're minus 15, he could have to give you 25 strokes, and he'd still beat you.
That's you talked about, you really got involved with golf when you went to see the Ryder Cup at East Lake.
That was Pete died. When they had the Ryder Cup at East Lake, and that's the first time I'd ever seen Arnold Palmer. He just laying out on the ground just like it was in his backyard. But I watched that, and that's when I got really hooked on golf. So, in I believe it was '63, I joined the Atlanta Athletic Club, and we were playing out, and I picked it up pretty quick. And I was going along, and we came in from playing, and Harold Sargent, the pro, was listening when we came in. They said, well, let's go play a little gin. He grabbed me by the shoulder. He said, Tom, you let them go play gin. You get out on that practice range.
Good guidance.
You and Martha have attended 133 Georgia Senior tournaments.
Wow.
That's remarkable. Would you talk to us a little bit about how you started the Georgia Seniors and why, and some of the process that you went through?
Well, I can say this, a lot of it mentioned it, but I'm 96. So anything I tell you, I don't see anybody in here that knows the difference.
First time I played golf with Tom, I said something to him relative to shooting his age, and he's got a real good comeback with that. What do you say when people ask you that, Tom?
Somebody asked me during when I was playing pretty good golf, and I had a bad day. And I complained about it, and they said, well, did you shoot your age? I said, well, I didn't play that bad.
Think about that. Those that have that on their bucket list to shoot their age. Anyway, that's remarkable.
How long did he stay on the Baltimore show? Those kind of jokes, you on the Baltimore.
Hey, George, when did he shoot his age the first time?
We've seen your fitness room. We've seen your fitness room in your house, and you take that seriously. Would you talk a little bit about how fitness has helped your golf?
You mean what, the range I have in my house?
Range, the fitness, the range, yeah.
Well, I've got a built from Martha designed the house and built it, but she built a space in there where I guess it's maybe 40 feet, but for all sides of buffer, and I've got a different driving range in there. Where no matter what the weather is, I can go in there and chip, putt, hit drivers, and that's a lot better than being out in that summer in the hot.
And it really helped your game, right? It really did.
See, that's what we need.
It's remarkable. It really is.
Shot his age.
Yeah.
This group of golfers, they would give anything to improve their golf. Could you share a few tips that might help them?
I can put that in one word: practice.
Hey, that's where it's the same.
Now, I will say this, though, in the way of practice, and you notice if you go to the range, watch people, the first thing they do, they warm up a little bit, and then they start hitting their driver. We were on a trip one time, and this real competitor, this good friend of mine, got off the bus and going to this golf course, and everybody grabbed the bag and started the range. He grabbed me by the shoulder. He said, Tom, we out here in the winter tournament. Said, you let them go to the range, let's go over to the chipping and putting area. And that's where your game is, chipping and putting.
I'm sure many of you would agree with that. Good agree. Would you share with us some of the, I know you've got some tournaments with the Georgia seniors that you really enjoyed, and some stories about that. Could you share with us some of the more memorable trips?
You're talking about a favorite trip?
Yeah.
But my favorite trip, I guess, with Georgia, I'll say positively. With Georgia seniors, we had a fellow well acquainted with California. And we chartered a plane big enough to accommodate everybody. We went to play Pebble Beach, Spyglass, just about everything out there. And it was a chartered plane, all of us together. And that's probably as great a trip as we've been on. And if you ever think about it, it's a good trip to repeat again.
Everybody love that.
Tom, we really appreciate you and Mark, Tom Jr. coming down today, and you're so respected in the golfing world, especially in Georgia, and it's just a delight to have you here.
Thank you very much, and to be in this position with this group. I don't know a way to express how much I appreciate it.
Well, we really appreciate you.